Welcome. In this video, we will discuss about NCAFES India Forum 2021. So this has been recently held. We will discuss about what this forum is all about, what is its mandate, and how it is going to help India to get to a point of going towards the more environmental friendly approaches, at the same time not losing the track of economic development also. So we will discuss about that in detail. First of all, let's just quickly see what exactly is NCAFES. So first of all, which ministry is responsible for organizing it? It is Ministry of Statistic Program Implementation, or MOSPI. So just remember, this is the ministry. Even though it looks like it could be because of the content or the aim, it could look like it could be Ministry of Environment or Ministry of Finance, but just remember, it is actually Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation which organize the NCAFES. So this is an important point for you to remember. What is it? Let's just full form. So natural capital accounting and valuation of the ecosystem services. So it is basically based on the idea that the ecosystem also have a capital accounting and the valuation. So that is the core idea of NCAFES. It is a part of NCAFES project of the United Nations Statistics Division. So basically the India Forum, you can understand it's kind of an extension to what is being undertaken by the United Nations Statistic Division. So this is the one at the United Nations. They have started with the project of NCAFE, Natural Capital Accounting and Valuation of the Ecosystem Services. What does it aim? So it aims to help 5 countries for addressing the concerns of sustainability and conserving the environment for future while charting the course of economic development. So this is basically the whole point of sustainable development. So what does sustainable development means at the end of the day is that you have to go for the economic development to a place so that it is not at the cost of the future generation. So that is the idea of sustainable development. If you look at over here, this NCAFES project of UNSD also tries to figure out how we can go ahead with the economic development. It's not like the economic development should be paused, because again the developing countries, the emerging economies would need the boost. The economic growth is the very main cornerstone for the growth of any country. So we cannot stop the economic growth, but at the same time we cannot harm the environment beyond the point. There are various agreements under the UNFCCC. For an example, we are already having Paris Agreement, and there are also instances how the global warming or climate change could mean catastrophe for various communities. So in that regard, it again become important that the environment is also not compromised. So this is something which is targeted by the UNSD under their NCAFES project. Now it is focusing on 5 countries. Now this is an important part. Remember, it is not worldwide project, or not every country is participating. It is focusing on 5 countries. Which are those? So these are your Brazil, China, South Africa, Mexico. So these are the country along with India. So Brazil, China, South Africa, Mexico and India. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 countries are the one who are projecting or who are being studied under this project. Now you should understand from this perspective, these are all what is also known as the emerging economies. So in that regard, it makes sense. These are the one who are at the, like, they need to push towards their economic development. At the same time, these are also the countries which have a major stake in case of the environment. So Brazil, China, India, South Africa and Mexico. For your easiness, you could remember that from the BRICS nation, it is only Russia which has been replaced by the Mexico. So now it becomes BRIMIX: Brazil, Mexico, India, China and South Africa. So this is how you should remember that which countries are part of your NCAFES project. Now let's move forward and see what is this project all about. So this project seeks to advance the theory and practice of environmental and ecosystem accounting. So basically what this project will do, it will try to have an environmental and ecosystem accounting so that the valuation could be done. So there is a capital valuation which could be attached to an ecosystem. It makes more feasible for the policymakers also to understand that there is a economic cost associated with the ecosystem. The project has been jointly implemented by the UNSD, so this is the main organization which is working towards this project. But apart from that, there is also contribution of UNEP and the Secretariat of the Convention of Biodiversity. So basically the CBD, Secretariat, as well as the UNEP along with UNSD, these three organizations are working for the NCAVES project. Natural Capital Accounting Valuation of Environmental and Ecosystem Services. It aimed to assist the 5 participating partner countries to advance the knowledge agenda on environmental economic accounting, in particular the ecosystem accounting, like how the ecosystem is going to come in terms of economic term. This is what is being done under the project. The project will have a duration until the end of 2021. So it is a 1-year project. So by till 2021, they are going to figure out, they are going to impart the knowledge, the information with relate to how the ecosystem services should be accounted for. What is the significance? So the participation in the project has helped the MOSPI commence the compilation of the environmental account as per the UNCA framework. So what is UNCA framework? We will discuss just in the next slide. But as of now, the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation was able to compile a data. So it was able to go through a compilation of environmental account because of its participation in this particular forum. MOSPI has also released environmental accounts in its publication like InviStats India on the annual basis since 2018. So you can go. There is this InviStats where you can find the various stats related to the environment, and this exercise has been conducted by the MOSPI since 2018. Several of these accounts are closely related to the social and economic attributes, making them a useful tool for the policy. So this is how the whole agenda is, because the policy maker are the one who will go ahead and make problems, try to solve problems related to the economic development and environment. So when we can give them some numbers, data associated that, okay, so if you go ahead with this economic project, even though it does not look like the environment is having a counter cost to it, but there is a cost associated in rupees or in dollars. So this kind of make the policy maker also more aware of the situation. So this is the significance of this project. Now let's just quickly also see what is this UNCEA framework. So the System Environmental Economic Accounting, SEEA, is the full form of UNCA. It organizes and represents statistics on the environment and its relationship with the economy. So basically how the environment is related with the economy is what is being studied, or the framework is developed along those lines. The CEA is a statistical system that brings together economic and environmental information into a common framework to measure the condition of the environment, the contribution of the environment to the economy, and the impact of the economy on the environment. So basically these three things have been measured under the framework. Like, what is the condition of environment? It will first measure that. Then it will see what is the contribution of environment, how the environment contributes to the economy, and at the same time how the economy impact the environment. So this kind of things are mentioned in the framework. The CEEA contains an internationally agreed set of standard concept, definition, classification, accounting rules, and tables to produce internationally comparable data. And that is why when now the MOSPI was able to compile the environmental accounting based on this, it becomes more standardized. Like any country could understand this stats because it's standardized across the globe. So that is the whole idea of the NCAVES. So again, this is important from your GS paper 3 environment perspective. At the same time, it is also something you could quote in your answers when you are writing about how the sustainable development conversation keeps on going. So I hope you have understood this video. If you have any doubt, feel free to drop a comment. Thank you.